Previously on Exploring the Haunted.
Can you copy me? Oh my god! Oh my god!
That light's just come on.
That's just come on. That light has just come on by itself. Can you do this?
Tonight's episode of Exploring the Haunted, we get to go to C Wing, where the most violent prisoners were kept. We get to spend some time in the most haunted cell. We get to see the execution chamber, and we get to explore the Georgian Prison, which lies below the current building. What will we find? Stick around to find out. Like the last video, Stacey will now recite the ghost stories that surround the C Wing.
This is the most haunted part of Shrewsbury Prison, apart from the kitchen. This is probably the first big wing. Everyone absolutely loves this wing, paranormal-wise. Now, there's a few things that's been seen. The first one is a lady's been seen coming out of cell 203. She's just on the top landing over there. We'll go there.
Is that the most haunted one, is it?
Yeah, that's the most haunted cell we've got.
203.
203. Now, a lady's been seen coming out of that cell, even when the cell door is shut, and then walking along the landing and going into that room over there. Now, that room does lead to the execution room. Now, the second thing that people have seen, including myself, I've also heard this as well, it's probably one of the most freakiest things I've ever heard in my life, to be honest. This was late at night as well, so it completely freaked me out. But this story goes right back to when it was a working prison. There was a prison officer that was doing nights on this wing, and he was on suicide check. Now, this wasn't your constant watch type of check. It was every 30 minutes this prison officer would go and check on a specific inmate, check that they were okay, and then carry on with the rest of their duties. And he got to the shower area at the top landing, and that's when he heard a cry. Now, not the cry of a fully grown adult, like you would expect. The cry of a child. The boy sitting on the bottom of these steps just here. Now, describes that little boy, he's about 8 years old, short brown hair, quite tatty looking, and he's crying. He's got his hands in his face, and he's in tears. So he ran down the landing, got to the top of the stairs, and by the time he got to the top of the stairs, the crying had stopped and he had disappeared. Now, we know that underneath our feet, which is where we're going to go later, underneath our feet, there is a very large holding cell that goes right back to the Georgian times.
And children would have probably been kept.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
As Stacey was moving on to her next ghost story, we were disturbed by an unknown sound. This is that footage.
For some reason, that's the same name that keeps repeating in the Ouija boards, the paranormal groups. Different paranormal groups that come on different nights all say...
That was like a gasp. Would you say it was like a gasp? I heard something, it was ago. So I thought it was a step. Definitely from down that way, something. Like a gasp. Can you hear things like from in here? I mean, like, could you hear stuff going on inside the prison? Or?
Yeah, I mean, we just heard a gasp.
Yeah. When I talk about Larry, something always ends up happening, like a small noise or anything like that. And I don't know if it's because he's got beef with me or whatever.
Yeah.
And we have to go on twos now for female staff here, because the reason being is because I've experienced this and 2 other female staff members have experienced it as well. I was doing a zombie film and I was right at the top of the stairs. And I was in a prison officer get-up, so I was in full riot suit and all that stuff. I was standing at the top of the stairs, there was no one behind me. And suddenly, when I got to my first step on the second step, I felt this really bad shove in my back, to a point where I actually fell down the stairs, so I slipped down the stairs. And then a couple of other female staff have experienced the same thing as well. Now, we do know that there was an inmate that was on here that did pass away in this prison. That was the reason why he was in prison. I'm going to get a little bit dark now, is because...
As Stacey was talking about Larry's crimes, I thought it'd be best to remove it from the internet, not just for the safety of his and the sake of his family, but also for the YouTube community as well. For those that want to know what Larry's crimes were, they were against women.
Now, how he tried to kill her was, he tried to push her down the stairs.
Can you just shout Larry?
The last time I did that, a load of cell doors slammed shut, so...
Please feel free. No pressure.
Larry? Come on, Larry, I know you're here.
We'll investigate that one later, mate.
I must admit though, my leg here is hot, and then you can feel my leg there.
Oh my god, yeah.
That's hot, and then you feel the other leg, and it's not.
No, yeah, that's... Wow.
This leg here is hot, whereas this one isn't.
Have you had that before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like the little boy is holding onto my leg.
Wow.
Sometimes I'll get that, so one leg will be warmer than the other.
So Brendan is going to go into C Wing. After you, Scooby-Doo.
So we're just about to enter C Wing, Shrewsbury Prison. This is supposedly the most haunted wing on the prison.
Don't worry.
I think this is going to be a place that potentially...
Wow. Shh, shh, shh. I've just heard a bang. And we just walked in. Just heard something. Now, Stacey said about a man called Larry! Slam the doors, do anything possible. Scare me. You have a challenge? Now accept it. Of course, we're now on C Wing, which is one of the most haunted parts of the prison, and up towards the most haunted cell. And the most haunted cell is upstairs on C Wing. We've also got an opportunity to go around this, which is the Georgian Prison. I've just seen a little shadow. Now apparently, as Stacey said, there's a woman that haunts this corridor and haunts the C Wing itself. And there's also a little boy that haunts the stairwell. Larry, if you are here tonight, I have brought my EMF meter. If you're here, turn it to red. Do your worst. Now on the last shoot, it went up to red in the library. And
Go on, try saying Larry again.
we're going to do Larry one more. Larry? Copy me. Did you hear that?
What did you hear?
It was a bang.
Was it?
Yeah. I think I'm hearing footsteps, but they're very faint. And then now they're walking away. And now the EMF's going off. And now the EMF's starting.
Is that an electrical box? Put it to it, see if it actually makes any difference. Okay, so it's not picking up anything from that. Okay. I see something, should I say, on the stairs next to me, but we've just heard footsteps. We're just going up onto the top floor ceiling now. There's supposedly the grey lady who walks the aisles.
No, we decided that because it's not a very wide corridor, that we're doing front, back. It's 203. It's alright, it's me. Some people just get shot by all the things, don't they? No, it's got a plaque on it. I will point out, ladies and gentlemen, there is a reason why we are a little bit cold here tonight, and there is a window open.
There's a few windows open.
There is a few windows open. We are now in the most haunted cell in C Wing. Cell 203.
Next door. Matty and Ben came along with me through that as well.
And the EMF meter, should I say? EMF meter. A bit sick, but at the same time, I smelled a bit of smoke.
I smelled some weed then. I was sniffing and I was like, it wasn't. Shh.
Was that you, Larry? Slam one of the doors for us.
But not this one.
We are now going to the execution room to see whether or not some of the either ladies, gentlemen have come to pass. Still are in this area.
Right, the door's open to the execution chamber.
Right. Well, I tell you what, Scooby-Doo, you go first.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wow. In April 1822, 5 prisoners were hanged in one day for burglary. Yep.
We're here now for the execution room. This is the last step of a troubled prisoner, or in other words, ones that were facing death row. I have to say, honestly, it was something quite harrowing, to say the least, that we are here, and you see more or less of the hangman's noose just there. So many executioners came here, as you could see. They just went into the executioner's sort of quarters, and then he would then put the noose around their neck for them to be, well, to go to what would class as not really as a better world, really, but almost as the last will and rights, really, isn't it? So I will say that the noose, from factually, as Paul said, is in the wrong place, because the beam would have been just here, and it would have gone down. Unfortunately, though, due to reasons I can't explain, and I'm not allowed to explain, it's been moved. So
This is really versatile, and this is when, records we can't always get hold of, So there are, so few people we know of. Then think about the suicides, it's right here.
hello? Oh my God! Mate! Hello? I've just heard you.
What did you hear?
Just heard a loud bang in this area. Well, it's
What did you hear, man?
So, you were doing your piece to camera. Mm-hmm. Just came out because I saw a little thing going across. So I went, fair enough, I followed it. Then as I go, and I said hello, kept on going down, there was another bang. So now and it's come back to here. So every single bang I've heard, it's led me back here.
It's Larry. Was that you before?
Larry on record is one of the most violent prisoners was one of the most violent prisoners in this cell block.
Why don't you come over here, I've got this lovely EMF meter. When it does, it will let us know if you're here.
Can you make the noose move? Can you make those footsteps again, please? Can you make a bang for me if you can copy me? Now this is taking a different turn. A very, very different turn. Because now I'm feeling wind. I'm feeling a cold breeze. And it's more so now.
Oh, yes. Yes, it's definitely.
There was a very, very, very cold breeze coming through.
Prompt
No?
anything.
No.
You heard something on C-Wing?
I heard a woman's voice on C-Wing coming from my office.
Like, okay, well,
Oh my
there's a
God.
point where we might have got a bit freaked out, but I don't think any of us could have asked for a female voice.
No.
No, it was like a woman talking. It was like
No, we've got
she
no.
literally just said a couple of things.
We've got no pre-recorded anything.
So we're going to go down into the old Georgian tunnel. So here is the start of the Georgian tunnels.
Wow, okay. Wow, this is a...
For those that have stayed towards the very end, you are in for a treat.
So this was a really, really large holding cell. So you can see right at the back, that's where the holding cell stops.
Yeah.
And then this was just a really large holding cell. And you can see the archways where they used to bring them in. So you can see this archway here.
Yeah.
So there would have been bars across here. So this would have been a holding cell just here. So you can see the archways and how it curves. That's how the Georgians did it.
Is that there's two tunnels. One goes one way, one goes another. Here I go.
It's going off now.
So I'm going to show you. There's the one tunnel, and there is the other. And I believe Ben, in his usual fashion, has decided to take my EMF meter. Couldn't it? It could be the electrics.
No.
The electrics, all this stuff is all switched off.
It's all switched off and it's always not used.
There you go, it's red.
Shit, let's go mad. And we're in the middle of the goddamn room here around brickwork.
And it's red.
Oh my god, that's maxing out. What did you think of up there, by the way?
I tell you what, that was something, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Come on, light up this nice little EMF meter for us.
There you go.
Okay,
There you
shit. Oh, sorry, excuse French, but can you do that again? Come a bit closer to us. Come on, you did it really, really, really good then.
So the meter just went absolutely crazy.
If you come close to this, it's going to light it up. Come on, do it again. Don't need to be shy now. Back to nothing. Okay, okay.
Is that maxing?
That is, yeah, it's get in there.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for letting us know you're here.
Oh my, that was going straight right to the very max.
Oh, so you're this way, right? And what, this is Georgian? This is...
Time.
What the hell's down here? Nothing. Well, that was, It's going off again.
It's good to see you.
We know you're here, thanks for letting us know. Okay,
Wow,
you've gone.
It's crazy how it goes like absolutely mental, maxes out and then just completely dies.
Yes. You've got to point out as well, it's if it was constant then I'd be like, okay, maybe it's something electrical, but the fact it's fluctuating just on and then off.
Yeah.
Well, it's about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Well, somebody's agreeing with you there.
Somebody must have seen you.
Yeah, you were down here with me, weren't you?
How does it feel when you're talking and you're telling obviously us about when you were last here and you're seeing that go off while you're reciting your words? How does that feel?
Well,
Okay, geez, oh holy shit.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out as well, when we were in the library and we had the whole circuit board from the entire library, which is a big
wasn't
building.
going like that.
It literally went, the highest it went, holding it right next to it was the middle, and it was just steady. The amount of energy that something's given us, setting this thing off right now is tremendous.
Have you missed my singing?
I'll take
You
that.
haven't missed my singing.
Oh my god.
Do you want us to stay?
I've got to ask, since we're back in the sea wing, you're gonna have to summon him.
Oh no, I don't know whether I want to say the word.
What was the name you mentioned? You didn't actually mention it before. It was Larry. There used to be a name that he didn't like.
Oh, yes.
I heard that. You heard that.
You did say there was a
Hang on.
Is that just fucking tapping music down there?
Is it tapping down?
No, it's coming from downstairs. There's no goddamn rain down there. There's no tapping down there. There's no dripping down there.
Stacey, what could that be? Is it just us here? I can hear the rain, but I heard something else.
Definitely was not the rain. That was flickering through.
You can hear the constant rain. In the background, you can hear that as a constant, but there's something else going on here. I'm not putting it on, we're all earshot. I'll have a go at this one, mate. This is the first crack of the night. I don't do it very often, but I feel the urge.
Larry? We know you're crying.
Stacey, tell me what this place sounds.
I really don't know.
That was not there before, so I do not think that is raindrops or something.
That sounds like footsteps outside.
There's no one outside.
There's what?
There's no one outside. Really, anyone's here.
So you guys don't think I'm trying to just put it on with a video? I'll try and amplify that as much as I possibly can, but I can hear it. That's footsteps. That is footsteps. That is footsteps.
Because it isn't the rain, mate. Because it usually, you can hear it now. It's pitter patter, pitter patter. That is footsteps.
That happens every now and then. So you can't hear it now, which means it's not the rain because it's still raining.
Yeah.
Right, I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm going to try and amplify it.
It sounds watching down there.
What was that? Have you ever heard that sound before on this wing? You have? Oh.
I hope you guys managed to get all that. I am really sorry, but my GoPro's just surprisingly run out of battery. But honestly, we've just been in C Wing and we heard footsteps. We heard a bang, several bangs, and wow.
What are you looking at?
That light's not supposed to be on, is it?
No.
Oh my.
That's an automatic light before I walk into the room.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if we can go outside the front gate.
That's a new one. Stacey's just said that light that's up there is automatic and only by footsteps, and we've not been up there. Oopsie. Everybody, that concludes our tour around Shrewsbury Prison. I want to thank Stacey for brilliant tour guiding. I also want to thank Joel as well that allowed us to film around here today. If you guys want to book a tour, I'll leave the link in the description for you guys to have a tour around. Shout out to Brendan, his link will be in the description. I want to thank Ben for his facts and history, and that's it. So subscribe if you're new, sleep tight.